To
Egham.
Leicester.
You could have lived in Egham.
Oh, no one wants that.
Imagine if you'd gone and lived in Egham, how posh you'd be now.
I'd have fit in perfectly.
Imagine.
It's funny because egg ham sounds like egg and ham. And
like it's a delicious toasty.
It does indeed, yeah. Can someone check that we're live?
I'm typing it into search bar now. Here we come.
See if we're up and running.
Here we are.
Gorgeous university.
Yeah, we're on. Here we go.
I'd have lived just outside the M25. Imagine that.
The what? Which one?
I'd have lived like just outside the
Yeah,
M25.
Staines. It's near Staines. Yeah.
Isn't that Brentford? I thought that was Brentford.
Brentford's like where you go in on the M4, and it's that bit where it's like you're driving into a dystopian film. There's like
I don't care.
Big advert boards lit up everywhere, and those big like skyscrapers with like cars in the top. And you're like, how did they get those cars up there? And
I've always thought that.
Like, oh yeah, they must have
Like
got
that episode of Doctor Who. It's like that episode of Doctor Who where they're all in that like highway thing, and they've all got like their separate cabins.
In New York.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Except it's all like, it's not exciting. It's like GlaxoSmithKline.
All I know about Brentford is that whilst drunk and trying to walk back to my hotel from Twickenham, I got drunk and ended up outside the Brentford stadium at the time, the football ground. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it was near to my hotel anyway, because my hotel was right next to the M4.
It's like on that sort of flyover thing.
Yeah, opposite, and then I clambered over a bunch of like barriers to cross the motorway that's just underneath the M4 to get some pizza.
The North Circular, if you will.
Couldn't give a shit.
Okay then. I hate the North Circular with all my heart. I'll never go there again. You hear me, Google Maps?
The South Circular's worse, isn't it? Because it doesn't actually exist.
It's not true. So yeah. So
it only exists on signs.
There's the West Way as well.
The West Way.
And what's the one that was always on the traffic?
Is that not a Sky Atlantic series?
I think so.
Oh no, that's Westworld.
I saw there was like some show it one of the years I was in Edinburgh that was like somewhere over the West Way, and then every time someone talked about the West Way, I couldn't stop going like somewhere over the West Way. It's just like
maybe that was what they wanted you to do.
Yeah, and I think that was it.
The whole show is effectively just you going somewhere over the West Way.
Somewhere over the West Way.
The whole show was an advert for a B&B by the West Way. That's what it was. They was trying to get you to visit the West Way.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
They had their headquarters there under the West Way. Who was that?
Now,
I've blanked out a lot of my knowledge of London.
Now, all I could think of when you say under the West Way is the Drifters.
Under the West Way.
Yeah.
West Way.
I never went to Brentford, but I went to Brentwood.
Oh.
Wait, isn't that Mr. Mark Morris of the Blue Tones?
That's Mr. Mark Morris from the Blue Tones.
Yeah. Oh, who we can't talk about now because it turns out he's a wrong un.
He does indeed, yeah. Didn't know that at the time. Wouldn't have got him
that at the time.
Would not have got him that muffin if I'd have known that. Mind you, I probably would have because I didn't know who it was. So.
Yeah, true. You didn't actually know that he was Mr. Mark Morris of the Blue Tones. Yeah.
But yeah, I doing comedy at the Brentwood Beer and Music Festival. You'll notice they didn't include the word comedy in the title, which shows just how much respect they gave us.
It's funny how places do that, isn't it? Yeah, like, oh, we'll have like an open mic night, but we'll get some comedians in the middle, and it's especially when it's improv, because it's like improv's a weird art form. Like people see stand up on the TV quite a bit. But improv is like this weird cousin of stand-up that's like, hello, would you like to like do some fun games with us? And it's like just chucking that in the middle of an open mic, like
when someone's
music.
When a fourth person has just got up and done Wonderwall.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I went to the pub on Saturday, and it was the first time that I'd had a like pub night in like a long time. Drank too much. That's a different story. But there was a guy in the corner playing guitar. It was like, you know, when we're in lockdown and there were like things that you dreamed of, and I always dreamed of like a nice pint in a pub with like wooden beams, and there's someone in the corner with a guitar. And he starts playing Oasis, and you think, I've come home. And he did! He played 2 Oasis songs. And then, as if we hadn't already hit peak pub, Sweet Caroline came on.
Bah, bah, bah.
Which I shouted a lot. The white person's anthem.
The white person's anthem.
That's what someone called it.
Yes, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true.
I was almost overwhelmed by like, oh my God, I've missed this so much. Being in a like mouldy old pub with like horse brasses on the beams.
I don't like Mark Morris particularly now.
No,
he's a wrong un.
In fairness, I'd never heard of the bloke before we mentioned him.
Neither did I.
No. Now,
because I'm young.
Out.
You'd never heard of Mr. Mark Morris of the Blue Tones?
Mr. Mark Morris of the Blue Tones.
Now, and this is very much, if you will, set a blue tone.
Hey!
No. Let's not continue this conversation.
See what you did there, Mike?
That's not how we do things here, is it? Not in this saloon.
Not in this saloon.
Right, we're starting. So get ready for the animation.
Oh God, I'm not ready. I've got a cup in my hand.
Can't see it. I've not got.
God,
I missed it. I looked away and I missed it.
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, right, I'm ready for it.
Hang on.
It's just me shouting at the minute.
Yeah, that's
right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
That was my celebration. That was a celebration.
There it is.
Thank you, Adam. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, Adam, can we get some life out of you, or have you frozen?
I just got to get Twitch up because I don't like being left out.
I was just replying to an important message about how my cat is doing. And it felt wrong just to not. So can we do the hello again?
Which cat?
It was asking you specifically about Pixie. So can we just do that intro again, and I'll react accordingly.
Okay, I'll redo the animation.
Okay. Yeah, can we just start again? Okay, good.
Okay.
This way, Mikey can see it. Cool.
3, 2, 1. Oh. There's a bit of a delay. Hey! Hello!
That's exciting.
We're back.
Adam Bowman, BBC News, Leicester.
Steph will be joining us next week. She's just got a load of stuff on. Okay. Right. Let's go. We've all done the same thing this week. Well, I say all of us. One of us.
We all went a wank.
Isn't that kind of show?
It's probably not.
What you did there, that was quite.
Yeah.
Adam made a funny, everyone.
He did, yeah.
Right.
Adam
it is 7:36. Adam has done a joke.
Someone clip it.
Everybody make a note of it, please.
Do you know how last time we discovered that Hannah has a secret history writing terrible poetry online?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to quickly check because Adam Made a Funny was named my old Blogspot account.
Yeah. Do we also know that during that segment of the podcast, Adam found my teenage live journal and messaged a link to me during the fucking podcast? Do we all know that?
No.
Do we know that that's the thing that happened?
So Adam's seen it.
No.
And he's such a...
Adam insists they haven't read it.
I have not read it.
But
I
seems
found
to know
it.
quite a bit about it.
I found it, and because I searched for what I told you I searched about to find out a little one.
Yeah.
And then that popped up, so I read the title of that. I've not.
I've got a question.
Small boy in the top left.
That's you, Mike.
Yeah, oh right.
Just in case you haven't got the stream up, you might not know.
I just know what you said. So, for content, can we basically guess the titles of poems purely based on Hannah's aesthetic?
Right. Now, yeah, there's only like one poem on the live journal because my other poems were on my Angel Fire website that I built from scratch teaching myself HTML, which I think doesn't exist
Angel
anymore.
Fire, was that?
Shut the fuck up.
So, you know, when you read some things out last week, Adam, was one of those the one?
No.
No.
But I just looked at my phone and there was a link to the actual thing and I was like, you fuck.
Right, Adam, how did you know it was that one? Was it obvious when you saw it?
Yeah.
Why? What was it?
It's fully Mighty Boosh themed, so it was very...
Was there a poem about a 18th century
Oh, everyone's frozen? No! No!
No, but I want to write that now!
Stop!
Can I
Stop!
write that now?
Stop! You all froze. You all froze my end.
No.
As Mikey said, was there a poem about? So what did you say, Mikey? A poem about
Oh
what?
my god, you said the best thing ever.
Was there a poem about...
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
COVID's alright, I don't have to be here. Was there a poem about an 18th century washerwoman ghost?
Ghost?
Yes.
I love that Hannah had nailed my entire aesthetic.
Who Hannah had quite the crush on.
I can see you like not even thinking that they're a ghost, and that you just go, oh, this clearly in this National Trust property, someone is just dressing up and they're using a mangle. Yeah. Clearly, that just makes sense.
That would fully be me. I'd be like, I don't believe in ghosts. I've seen one, but I don't believe in them.
No. Okay. First things first. Those two sentences do not work together.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, my friend gets really angry at me because she's like, how can you say there aren't ghosts when you've literally been in a room where a bed got shunted across the room with my brother lying in it?
We need that story. I think you've told it before, but I don't give a shit. I want it again.
Yeah, I've told it before. Yeah, I poked my head into my brother's room over there.
Okay, was this in the house you're in now?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's an old house.
Yeah.
And so I stuck my head in the door, and it was like that time of day where like it's got dark and you've not realised. So he's in there in the dark with like his phone, laptop or whatever. So it's sort of like blue light. And I was like, like I asked a question or something. And then it went ka-chunk. And I was like, what the fuck was that? So I put the light on and he was lying in his bed, and it's a double bed with like a wooden thick frame. And the whole thing had shunted about...
Shunted?
2 foot? Yeah.
Shunted?
I'm sorry, is that wonderful?
Which is the loveliest way of saying any word ever.
It is actually, yeah, it's fine. It's like 2 feet away from the wall. And my brother was just lying in the bed like... I was like, what the fuck happened there? Did one of the legs fall off? And it was like, no, it just moved. Like the whole bed just moved. Like my friend, my friend Sarah won't come and stay in this house because she hates the ghosts too much.
We sounds like a chunk. He could have just been playing a really, really aggressive game of Jenga.
Yep.
Potentially.
Can I share my favourite graph with you about Jenga as well?
Yes, please.
Yeah. No.
Are you going to have to do a screen share here, Adam?
Yeah. I'll just.
I've seen the TikTok.
I can't believe.
This one's
oh yes. Yes, Adam, please.
Yeah.
Share that.
I don't think that it's possible to underestimate how many times in a week Adam says, oh, this is my favourite graph.
It
happens to me like solidly all week.
There we go. This is my favourite graph. Okay, no, the other time I messaged you about a graph was, what's your favourite infographic? And I messaged you at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, and I was like...
And you replied...
Yes, because have you met me?
So this is my favourite graph.
Right.
Because... it's very innocuous. It's a graph of Jenga sales in the continental United States, and it's a wonderful graph because it says so much about a country.
Oh my god! Is that real?
Oh yes, around just after the year 2000 for some reason, Americans stopped buying a toy in which you make towers topple, and that sales have never recovered.
I like the fact that they've never recovered.
It is a wonderful graph of just showing how America works as a country.
And also, arguably, the biggest question is what was going on in around 1999-ish to make the
Y2K
so popular. Like
people
Y2K. When the planes fall out the sky,
they were like,
"You can't have your elf bowling then.
You won't be able to have your GameCube then."
Yeah.
You better get some Jenga in, just in case.
I
when we're in the bunker, you won't be able to have your N64. No. Get some analog games.
I think it also.
Hannah, why are they all from Yorkshire?
From Halifax, I don't know.
Hello, John T, by the way.
I think this also shows as well that because we all know the actual main cause of this is that in 2001 the movie Shrek came out. And everyone realised the futility of anything other than watching the film Shrek.
Very true.
That's absolutely what happened, yeah.
If I look at that line, I can't help but think, oh, that's what it looked like when I used to try doing joined-up handwriting.
Oh.
That's not even a joke, that's just fact.
Why did they... what I don't get is, why make you try and do joined-up handwriting? Like, what's the point of it?
It's not even make me try, it's just make anyone
make anyone try, yeah.
Like, has anyone here done joined-up handwriting beyond...
no, like, as soon as I left primary school...
Beyond July of 2002, when I left.
Yeah.
I'm aware we're all older, but
but as soon as I left primary school, on purpose, I would use a different colour because I think we could only use black pens or something. So I was like, I'm getting a blue pen and I'm making my handwriting as big and as non-joined up as possible in your face, on purpose. So I was like, fuck you. So my handwriting is huge and rounded now.
We have two types of handwriting.
Remember pen licenses?
Yes.
What the fuck was all that about?
So once you were okay, so you used to in primary school. I agree. We didn't have pen, but a teacher would go, "Okay, I think you can now use a pen."
What were you using prior to the pen?
Pencil.
Pencil.
What did they just start you on pens at the age of 2?
No.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Hannah Platz. Hannah Platz. That's how I assume they pronounced it. Hannah Platz. Have a fountain pen. Have a Parker.
No, I just don't remember. I just don't have a lot of memories from being that small.
Your primary school pen, was it the red?
The red Biro.
Yeah.
Biro.
Sorry, Biro.
What? That's the brand name, isn't
Biro. What?
Yeah, I can't remember. I was going to say Bic, but.
Bic? No, it's Bic.
You mean Biro?
Biro?
No, it's not a Biro. It's a brand name that's
Biro?
No, it's a different... It's not a Biro, it's different.
Oh, yeah, a Bic Biro. But why did you say Biro?
Because I thought it was Beero.
It's Beryl.
I thought that was a brand. Beryl. It's Beryl. It's Beryl.
It's a Beryl handwriting pen.
Fucking love you,
Like I say, I don't have many memories left of my childhood.
I like that you went, there's one called Biro.
Oh, God.
Really?
It's like
Biro.
Beryl. Yeah, it's Beryl. A Beryl pen. Yeah, that was the peak pen. But I don't remember having a license to use a pen.
We didn't have licenses because we'd got drunk on power if they'd have given us licenses.
Yeah.
We didn't even use pens in primary school. It wasn't until you got to secondary school, and in that first year at secondary school, you were given a pen. Well, you weren't given a pen. You had to provide your own pens.
You had to bring a pen.
Yeah, otherwise, if they just give you things like pens, that's just asking for trouble.
That's just like breeding socialism in our youth.
So
how dare you,
Mike? You got that pen in primary school. Did you ever, in an act of absolute bravado, sharpen the nib?
What, of a pen?
Yeah, because you were all idiots.
Wouldn't it just make the ink leak everywhere?
It makes it slightly. It makes it
and also
writes like a fountain pen slightly.
Also, what you don't realise is I had not only did I have someone writing for me, also had like there's a lot of people watching me. So it cuts out the opportunity for rebellious nature.
Oh yeah, because you had like an assigned TA.
Scribe.
Yeah.
Because someone was writing for you, Mike. Did you ever do that thing where you just like give them 3 sentences to write, and then when they're out, it go, oh no, cross that out. We'll start again.
Oh yeah. No, not even because I wanted to like play up, just because that's me. Like even.
Really?
Even now.
Even now, I just can't make decisions.
I
Actually,
would
there was a time during writing for Curbs, which is now on, by the way.
Hey!
Where I tried to there it is.
Hey!
I tried to dictate something to someone for the first time in about maybe 12, 13 years, and I just couldn't do it because it's weird having to like you have to censor you sort of have to censor yourself when you're dictating in a way that you don't when it goes from when it goes from straight into your brain to the page.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't do it, and it was a really shitty afternoon because
also
couldn't get any work done.
I think I'd as much as I'd love to be able to go, Scribe, take this down.
Miss Jones, get your dictaphone.
When writing, like you try to use
that rhymed. Sorry,
Miss Jones, a dictaphone.
I'm a poet. I don't know if you're aware.
When you feel, but like when you're writing, you try to use a wide vocabulary. When I speak, I use a lot of the same phrases on repeat. So I'd be like, every character says the word literally and like 30 to 40 times a day.
Yeah, I've noticed how often I say like as a filler word in sentences because I like when you're typing it out and then suddenly like
twice.
But, typing it out. And I realise that I write like in between things, and then I look back at it, and I have to try and delete some of them because I've written like, and then like when you do like this thing like with the thing like.
See, now you've pointed it out. That's all I'm going to be able to hear now. And same with you. All you're going to hear.
Sorry,
Ripley, what are you?
So Mike, let's move on to that. We've all been to see your wonderful play. Oh.
She's just walked behind my computer and is now stuck. What are you doing? You stop attacking don't attack the fox heads.
Oh my god, she's definitely gonna do that.
Nah, she's not. She's now peeking ahead.
Don't attack the fox heads. I just listen to that and think, yep, there's a man who knows Hannah Platt. Yep, I know where they met.
Is that one got a flat cap on?
Is that,
it's got a flat cap on. My granddad.
Is that Foxy Shelby on the left?
No, it's just like
because Peaky Blinders.
Ms. Torrance hates them.
Well, I can see why.
So I put a hat on them.
Because that makes it better.
Yeah, that helps, does it?
If they got a jaunty millinery.
A jaunty millinery. It's the name of my pub.
Jaunty millinery.
Yes, Mikey. We all went over to that there Coventry last week.
We did.
To see your play. So Hannah and Adam went on Tuesday, I believe.
We had a very classy time.
And me and Steph went on Saturday.
I'm glad.
For what was the last night at the Belgrade before he goes on tour.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say we were all very, very impressed.
Really loved it. I'm so proud. All the way home, we were like, "Oh, I'm so proud."
I should also add that actually I should have been there last week. That was the plan. I did, however, for the benefit of the podcast, come down with the beer virus, which is still a thing.
Ripley, what are you doing? Ripley has got into my shell, like, I've got a Calyx unit here, and she's just got behind it, is now just pushing everything off. She's just thrown off my Brewer Dictionary of Phases and Fables.
Absolutely, John T. Fuck COVID.
COVID.
Are you out for the benefit of the podcast? I know we spoke about it before we come on stream, but are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, it just sort of feels like I'm either at the start or the arse end of a cold.
What are you doing, you cunt? Sorry, I forgot. I forgot I was being recorded.
I mean,
anyone want to clip that?
It's also hilarious that it happened
literally at press night.
Literally the biggest, actually the biggest week of my life, bar none. And I'm sat at home with the actual pandemic in my system, which is fine, but also it's a bit rubbish. But yeah, glad you.
So I was also worried, Mike, that you'd caught it from the cast, or you'd passed it on to the cast, and we were going to get a cancelled performance.
Well, I was also worried for a while because, so I went to the first preview on Saturday, and then started to feel slightly iffy on the Monday, sort of while we were doing this. But then I thought it was, sometimes when you feel like maybe you've not drank enough during the day and your throat goes a bit scratchy, and you think maybe it's just that. And then I sort of woke up on the Tuesday morning and thought, something's slightly skewish here. And by God, that line, it was like, it shot up like no one's business.
Was it really quick?
Yeah, and it's mad. And so I mean, it's fine. I'm just eating chocolate.
What a downer!
Yeah,
exactly. I think that's all you can do when you're ill. Is just eat chocolate. I'm feeling a bit under the weather myself. Actually, I think I might go and get some chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. But I do have to say, the only time I felt slightly kind of down with it all is sort of after kind of. It happened like after Tuesday, after press night. I was getting all these lovely messages, and one of them was from our friend Hayley Rogers.
Yeah.
And she sends me this lovely photo of the four of you just together in the after show do. I was like really proud that you'd made it in, because by all accounts, the woman with the clipboard did not put up that much of a fight. So
we were like the real hustle.
So like a woman
definitely
came
got
over
that vibe
and just went, "Are you here for the VIP? Do it's upstairs." And then that was it.
Yeah, she was like,
didn't ask, didn't say
the VIP. It's upstairs, and we were like, "We're VIPs."
Yeah.
All four of us, like, we looked at each other, us and Hayley and Paul, and we were like, "We're VIPs. We know Mike."
Is that how you say?
Like, he's not here, so someone has got to eat a mozzarella stick for him.
Exactly.
I ate many mozzarella sticks.
We had so many for you, Mike, but every time we had one, we toasted you.
Good, I'm glad. But I was also really annoyed because effectively this is like my two worlds colliding together. Like, you guys and Grey Eye, and I know how much they love like a voiceover artist. And I really wanted to go, "Hey, this is my cool friend Hannah Hayley Adam," and I couldn't. So basically, so that was annoying. But no.
But that you're like, this is only your first one, Mike. There's no other plays.
Yeah, but other ones.
So of course, there was talk all the way through last week, and it was all over Twitter, of just how damn horny this play was, Mike. How damn horny it was.
I'd like to read the only message I gave to anyone about the show, word for word. Where is it? Okay.
I didn't want to put too much in the messages because you guys hadn't seen it yet, so I didn't want to spoil the surprise.
I said to Steph, I'm deliberately taking my flat cap with me, so I've got something to put on my lap.
Oh my!
The pair of you together, like, oh god, that must have been a right old time.
Someone asked me, "Enjoy it?" Question mark. I went, "Very well written, very raunchy."
That's it.
That's all I wrote. That's all I wrote.
Well, in my response to that, I sort of think, like, it's got to be worth the payoff.
Yeah. You
can't
go
through all. No, you can't go through all that. They just sort of end up in a mizzle.
Yeah. You need a. I was gonna say waterfall.
Dare I say, it needs a climax. Ooh.
Yeah.
Because it's about sex. I don't know why I did that.
It's the raunchiest thing I've ever seen on stage, and I've seen both penises and boobs.
Do you know what, Adam? That makes my life, because without trying to get too soapboxy, it's about time people saw disabled people as sexual beings. Thank you very much.
Oh my god, so much. That was like the best thing about it. Was like, fuck you, like societal norms.
Yeah,
I enjoyed when we had the audience was it was the press night. So as much as there was lots of grey eye there was also lots of people who were like not disabled. The scenes getting in and out of the sling.
I was about to say this.
That was
my favourite part.
The audience was there going, "I don't know what to do here."
Do you know,
they do this every time. Really? Good gravy. It's a long time.
Even in rehearsal, always made me cry.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I think it's really good how they did it. Like how.
Okay. For people who haven't seen the show, let's explain what happens. So you've got two people who are wheelchair bound. They're about to have sex, and they have to bring in a helper.
Can I just correct some terminology?
Oh yes, by all means.
Wheelchair using.
Wheelchair using. Fine. Sorry about that, Mike. I apologise.
It's fine.
Two wheelchair users are about to have sex. They have to bring a helper in to bring a hoist, and very smartly, you just let the audience sit through how long it takes to get someone out of a wheelchair and into a hoist. And then, when it's all over, it has to go in reverse again. I said to Steph after, I went, if any guy ever complains about having to stop to put a condom on again, it's like, you don't know the half of it.
The level of effort,
It was.
I think it was really affecting because it's like that's like a normal thing for a lot of people is having to use one of those, but it's something that like I've never come into contact with as like an able-bodied person. Like you had no idea how like convoluted the whole process is, and like
I've only ever used one once.
Yeah,
I can't. I just physically can't.
It's just really
just makes you feel really quite cumbersome if you don't know how to.
There's so many steps to it, and like
but as well, like I think it's really lovely that they do it every night as Jack, my own wrecker, like as people, because it's like that's a live thing with actual electronic equipment.
Like proper stuff. Yeah, it's not
sometimes I have to say. Does not behave the way it should.
I did enjoy just them clearly also going, I wonder what level of jokes we can make whilst doing this.
Yeah.
And it was even the little bits of like her the woman playing like the carer, like wheeling the wheelchair out the way and like getting the button a bit wrong or whatever, or like, oh no, I forgot to change the speed, like that kind of thing, like little things that you don't think about if you don't use it all the time.
I mean, obviously none of that's written. They're just
that's just it's like
that every night
but it's like human beings doing a thing like that is why it's so kind of powerful. I thought it was great. Yeah.
When we left the theatre, one of the things I said was it's an important piece. Because it is showing us a world that for us lot we've got no idea about, and yet it is showing that disabled people can be sexual.
It's just like a normalization thing, isn't it? It's like representation and like normalization, because like obviously when you think disabled people are sexy, do you know what I mean? Like that's a thing. But so many people just don't think about it.
Yeah.
So
it was a steamy old room.
It was great.
My favorite moment was when an intimate act occurred. A woman down. I heard in the stalls because we were up in the posh seats being Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah, we did Waldorf and
Statler. A woman in the stalls. I said, "Well, in the stalls, go. Oh my!"
Really?
A win!
Yes, I made an old white lady cringe.
Also, what happened was when all the fireworks go off in the back, there was a polite applause.
that happened.
It was so good. Everyone was like, "Hooray!" It was It was so good. It was literally like plane landing claps.
That happened first preview too, and it was like, oh my god, all these people have just applauded a flybacks of two disabled people. Like,
it was so adorable. It was like, because we were above as well. You could just see everyone being like, "Good, well done, you got there." It was so adorable.
You finished, everyone.
Yes, they did it.
They've completed a task.
They did a sex.
But it's like we've talked in the past, Mike, about like disabled access, and I've said like, you know, going around London on the tube, how few tube stations have got disabled access.
Yeah.
When I go on the metro, the amount of times you hear the announcement on the metro, the lifts aren't working at Bilston, and it's just like, just trying to understand those sort of problems. And then what you did with that play, I mean, I can't grasp that. I just can't.
I mean, I love you, Dave, but I don't think I'd want you to.
But that play has made me see a whole new other...
Bit of blue, bit of blue.
No, but that play's made me see... I'm trying to make a serious point here, Mike.
Sorry, carry on.
That play has made me see a whole new thing. Just stuff like you want to go away and it's just a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, that thing about care and stuff. Yeah.
I think
it's 2022. We should be doing better.
The main thing I got from the play, I think above all else, was that my next cat will be called Scargill.
The cat was called... Me and Adam lost. We were like...
Well, yeah, when she was a massive trade unionist, I did sit there thinking, is he taking the piss?
No. In bit of an inside scoop here. So in previous drafts, she was far more
a member of the National Front. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, she was far more Stokey, and like there's references to Trenton Gardens. But I think we were sort of concerned about placing it in an odd thing too much, so we sort of pared it back. And but no, that's the line what I like. Just cause,
we love that.
But it's also the lack of privacy you have as a disabled person.
And not to make this into like Imagine with Alan Yentop, Dave, of course, being Alan Yentop.
Dave is Yentop.
Yeah, Dave's Yentop.
Dave's the Yentop of this group. Yeah.
But that wasn't a thing actually that we started discussing really until December's R&D, and how like what it means to share a space as a disabled person with other non-disabled people, and like the dynamics of that. So actually, once we discovered that, it was really good, good area to mime, really. Specifically, I think in the scene, again, trying to avoid spoilers.
Spoilers.
With the scene that starts with the cheese, with Lucy and her mom, and like, not only is that really rich ground for a dramatist, but it's also really true, I think.
Yeah.
Christ, someone make a knob gag quick.
No,
I don't know any.
No, don't ruin it.
My favourite term for the penis.
We're waiting, Adam.
That's what it is. Yep. I'm waiting. Jesus Christ, come on.
And John put in the chat that Andrew Gerza is a brilliant source of content on life as a gay disabled man. If you're looking for related content, that's interesting. I'm going to make a note of that.
Also, might I add Squirming Grubs? It's a very good YouTube content.
I thought you said a nickname for a penis. Sorry.
No, for
what is it? Squirming
Grubs. Life as an interabled couple. He's disabled, she isn't. And,
I have a note on my phone where I write down things when people recommend them to me because I cannot remember shit. So I have to write it down and then I find it like, oh, that's what I was going to YouTube.
That was another thing, Mike, which I was completely ignorant of and didn't think of until I saw it in your play, was that thing of because someone is your lover, you don't necessarily want them to be your carer.
Oh,
boundaries, Dave.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
And it was like,
blurring the lines.
Of course, yeah. It's an important piece, Mike. It's funny. It's sexy.
It is funny. It is sexy.
And full respect to the way they staged it as well. The projections and stuff.
Yeah.
The fact that everything that was said was put up on the screen so people could read it as well, so it was accessible.
It was very grey. I loved it.
Yeah. It was opens Liverpool Unity Theatre on Wednesday. So if anybody
let's talk about the one thing. I went online, bought the play script for your play for £7.95, £2.95 delivery, Mike. Got to the theatre on Saturday night and they was knocking them out for £4.
Yeah. However, Dave, have you looked at my bio?
I have looked at your bio, yes.
Check out my bio, pal.
Read it out because I want to hear it.
I have checked out your bio.
Is the last line not Michael's debut poetry collection was published in 2020?
No, that's not the last line. It is a line in there. It is a line in there, and very.
See? Well, then I shall hear no more.
His debut poetry pamphlet was published in 2020 by West Midlands spoken word collective Poetry Platters and Pandemonialists. That's us. I got the tattoo to prove it.
See?
But then it says, away from writing, Michael lives with his family and the golden retriever Harley. He follows the trials and tribulations of Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club.
Someone's got to.
Fuck off.
Well, I mean,
but the
I love that you did a shout out to Harley.
After the last 3 performances.
There's no little bit about. And on a Monday night you can watch Smoke Room on Twitch. None of that.
It's not a plug slot. It's a bio.
It's a bio.
Yeah, nothing about Smoke Room. He doesn't thank any of us in the acknowledgements. Frankly, Mike.
I mean, in fairness.
What would he be thanking us for? We didn't have anything to do with it. It's all
Mike. Like that makes any difference whatsoever. We have offered him no support on this, and he should still thank us.
I mean, in fairness, I've yet to write a play about these 4 boxes.
Oh, you definitely could.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
It'll
I'm going to write a poem about an 18th century washerwoman ghost that I fall in love with.
And I'm going to start a timer for you.
Now? I'm going to do it. Oh, okay, I'm going to do it now, I guess.
You've got 7 minutes, because that's what my timer was.
There you go. And while we're on the last thing I want to say about the play, Mike, while Hannah writes a new play, is the title of tonight's show is Stories from the Smoke Room, Matthew Southam's Fan Club.
Matthew Southam. Yeah. I thought Matthew Southam got 4.5 stars for his great play.
So
yeah, I have to say, it gave the lounge people, otherwise known as my immediate family, a very, very good laugh when I told them.
Yes, a reviewer got Mikey's name wrong.
Everything so completely wrong.
Or
not just wrong.
As I pointed out, he's seen another play called Curbs, written by Matthew Southam.
Yeah,
you could be at war with each other.
Not just wrong, but I have to say he literally got it biblically wrong.
Literally got it biblically wrong, yeah.
Yeah. So having so what I did was I channeled the Tunnocks sitch and I emailed them.
You did, yes.
Was like, yeah.
Have they replied?
Yeah, they replied straight away and very kindly changed it. To which I then said, "Thank you for the very lovely review."
And we
do Mr. Southam with an N.
No, we will not change it. Change your name.
No.
But like when we went, I was expecting. So I've been to the Belgrade before in the main house, and every time I've been to the sort of smaller spaces in theatres, I'm always like, oh god, they're normally like a last minute thing an architect's been asked to put in.
It's
so well done.
It's a surprisingly big space, isn't it?
It reminded me a lot of the arena.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the seats at the front kind of went into the floor.
Yeah, they are raked.
Yeah.
But negatively.
But yeah. And it looked like there was a lot of room at the sides and you had the balconies. It's the first time I've been to the Belgrade.
I loved being on the balcony.
There was one point, me and Steph was standing outside having a drink, waiting for Curbs to open. And of course, there was a show on in the big house. So the theatre was... Yeah, the theatre was rammed. And I just kept saying to Steph, this isn't a theatre. There's too many people here. Like... A real theatre isn't just 4 people, and one of them's the writer. That's what I'm used to.
It's like it's weird in those regional because I used to work in a sort of slightly regional theatre just outside London, and it's like you have to put on those kind of commercial type shows to get people. So it's it's trying to balance your offer between what do we want to do and what do we need to do is always.
Oh, if I've worked in programming at because it's not a small theatre as Cove, I'd always be just get the big shit in the big room always, and we'll have the local up and coming stuff in the small room, and we'll be busy at all times. I couldn't give a shit.
It's like how the Haymarket used to be in Leicester. It was we'll put the big musical on, and then
now,
and then you've got the studio for the sort of fun stuff.
Fnuff.
But the main stage is tribute acts and musicals.
I'm you know what? Also, I have to say about the Belgrade that's really lovely. That foyer.
That foyer is nice.
I feel like a lot of theatre foyer is very lovely, but that one specifically because, so sometimes you'll just be surrounded by the local crochet group. Who meet there at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday and just talk about their hemorrhoids and everything that's going on in the world.
That's adorable.
That's the great thing about the Lighthouse in Wolverhampton is that they have all these clubs on in the cafe, and you walk in and there's just loads of people speaking German.
The Lighthouse,
the German club.
Yeah. The Lighthouse of Wolverhampton.
And you walk in there all the time.
Media centre.
And it's absolutely jam packed full of people. Just waiting to go into an afternoon cabaret performance.
Oh, the Lighthouse looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice.
It is gorgeous. However,
how have I been?
A lot of couples.
Heard of it.
It's a lovely.
We go in the Lighthouse.
Oh, can we go? Can we go on a trip?
We'll go to the Lighthouse.
It's beautiful.
We'll go and watch some strange Iranian film about a boy and his cat.
Yeah.
Jonty says it's lovely. Jonty, you come with us.
It's like the Phoenix. Like the Phoenix in Leicester's the independent cinema.
Yeah.
And it's just very odd. Very odd. Oh, it's got.
I saw the Big Lebowski there.
Nice.
Aww.
I saw Benedict Cumberbatch as the monster in Frankenstein.
That's the way around that I saw it.
Yeah. That's on Amazon Prime now, believe it or not.
It is on Amazon Prime.
Both versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes of that is weird.
I saw it in the theatre, and the whole pre-show,
a shit ton of light bulbs.
He's in that big thing.
Yeah, like fleshy womb.
He's in that big.
But also there was a thing of like
the entire pre-show.
Am I going to see Benedict Cumberbatch's Cumberbatch?
And you do.
They've got
you didn't on the Amazon Prime one. He got like
you did in the theatre. Oh, you saw everything.
I've just seen what's on the Lighthouse, and they've got the film of the documentary about Brass Eye. Which should be quite interesting. Nice. And then a Q&A with the director of the documentary. So it's
they have some interesting stuff on. Yeah, they have some very, very good stuff on. Jonty says they've got the Batman on at the minute.
They've got Boiling Point on. Oh, that film's fucking amazing.
Oh, I love Stephen Graham.
Go and watch that. Yeah, genuinely brilliant.
Did I tell you Stephen Graham lives near me now?
What? Is that the sequel to Bela Lugosi's Dead?
Bela Lugosi's Dead.
Stephen Graham lives near me.
He lives in the village over from me, and everyone's dead weirded out by it because we're like, "What's he doing in Ipstock? It's Stephen Graham." He was at the tip, and my brother was chucking away his cardboard next to Stephen Graham. He's like, "Oh, hello."
That's like, weirdest, like
he's like, "Hold up, Pip."
What was Stephen Graham chucking out?
Cardboard.
Next time you see him, can you please tell him that This Is England is one of the most effective things I've ever seen.
I will.
I really liked it, and basically, if he ever wants to collaborate with a new writer, then
I'll write that out on a bit of paper. So next time he's at the tip, I'll push it into his hand.
But can you get the inflections right? So you write the awkwardness, because apparently I've been told that's quite deep.
I'll record it on an MP3.
Oh,
and I'll push that into.
What I'll do? Voice notes.
You send me a voice note, and I'll run up to him and hold the phone up.
Wicked. Yeah. Heard it here first. Okay. 2024, yeah. Oh.
Jonty's just put the Lighthouse. He's also very anti-Joanne, so that's a plus. I didn't realise it was anti-Joanne.
Nice. Hooray! Fucking Joanne's at it again, isn't she? Fucking coming in here with her fucking opinions.
Your 7 minutes is up, by the way.
Oh, do you want to hear it? Yeah. Wait, I haven't quite. I just need to make sure I've got the right.
You haven't finished a play in 7 minutes.
No, it's a poem, not a play. It's a poem.
I'm not an animal. Just a prick.
While you finish it. Then,
I've got it.
Okay, go on then.
Wait. Okay, so it's a poem about what Mikey said my poem would be about, which is an 18th century washerwoman's ghost.
Mm-hmm. Is it called Wrangle with a Mangle?
It is now. Writing that at the top.
Wrangle with a mangle.
Wait,
Jonty's just put obviously at the Lighthouse. Daryl did a Pride Month update and essentially said we're not doing beasts trans rights.
Oh, sweet.
Did they have the Lighthouse on at the Lighthouse?
Probably.
Inception. Basically,
it's cinema Inception.
Yeah, if it's black and white, it'll be on at the Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's the Phoenix.
Yeah, if you have to wear glasses, it'll be on at Cineworld.
Yeah. I also saw there one of the Halloweens they showed Nosferatu, which was fucking brilliant to watch Nosferatu on the big screen. And also, someone I used to know hired the cinema out for his birthday and showed Escape from New York.
Oh fuck yeah! Not even Escape
oh my
from
god!
Oh,
a fucking Escape from New York.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god, beautiful.
Oh, if it had been Escape from LA, it would have been so much better because that film is shit. I love it. I love that film. It's awful, and it just tickles my funny bone. Because also you get to go like, he actually made that basketball throw. He did it, yeah.
Oh, you get to do the trivia, yeah.
He did it on the second take.
Ooh.
It's like the one that Ripley does in Alien.
Yeah, that was
3.
Alien 4. That was apparently first take.
Yeah, and the reaction of everyone when they go, it's genuine.
I'd believe it because she's
poem!
our house. A hell of a. Oh, yeah, poem. Just got distracted thinking about Sigourney Weaver. Right, it's called Wrangle with a Mangle now. So specifically, the poem is what?
They're like a wrangle colon.
Poem about
an
18th century washerwoman's ghost that Hannah is in love with.
Right.
Sometimes poems have those really long titles.
Is this going to be on Live Journal in a bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
Would you like a soundscape?
Yes, please. It needs to be from. Yeah, nice.
Anyone else feel like they got a dodgy stomach?
That's the sound of the mangle.
That's not the sound of a mangle.
It's a sound. Okay, she's a cauldron. She's at a cauldron.
I don't think I can say it. Okay. She's here again. The starchy, crisp white linen folded carefully on the side, shimmering slightly between two sides of here and there, of there and now. In the north, the Jacobites are at it again. I placed it in the right century. Prince Charlie and all his.
Damn you, Jacobites!
I'm placing it in the 18th century. In fields painted red, like the British uniforms. See, it's a metaphor. Maria, that's her name, weeps a single tear. I wipe it away with a handkerchief. So white. I hope she stays. She drifts and sways. That's it. That's all I've got. So...
There was rhyme, there was half rhyme, there was alliteration, there was metaphor. I tell you what, Ted Hughes, he's going to be glad he's dead.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm glad Ted Hughes is dead.
Can we clip that, please?
Yeah. If you could get onto that, Jonty, that would be great. Thank you very much. That was awesome, Hannah Platt.
Every time we write poems as a group, I think we progress the art form by 30 or 40 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's been stuck in like the 1870s for a long time. People keep using the words "thou" a lot and talking about the Crimean War, which annoyingly has come back relevant again. But
yeah, that is relevant again now.
Yeah, so like I think we're just really good at pushing it forward, and if we keep writing poems, we can make. I reckon soon someone will write a poem about an iPhone.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Maybe.
It's possible. You never know.
Yeah.
I've got something to share with you all.
Have you?
It's not a poem.
Have you?
Aw.
I had a bit of an adventure in the last 7 days.
Have you finally discovered flavour?
Hey, I have actually, Mike.
Given how excited you were about battered chips, I doubt it.
And shall I this is no word of a lie. Do you know how I discovered my sense of smell had come back? I farted.
Did you get some mini eggs?
I farted, smelt it, and was genuinely happy.
Aww.
Oh.
That's actually weirdly adorable.
Last 7 days, it was last Wednesday actually. I had to try and get a quote on some travel insurance because I'm looking at going to New York later in the year. Right?
Very nice.
It's my 50th birthday, and it's my mates. Well, two of my mates have both got their 40th birthdays, and they're all very close to each other. So we're looking at going to New York. Great, right? But I'm worried about the Rona.
God, the Rona.
So things like, what do you do if you have to take a Rona test before you get on the plane? And you're positive, so you're not allowed to go out. You know, do you get your money back for your holiday that you haven't had?
Yeah.
So I went to and I won't say which one, but I went to a travel agent's Just
what does it rhyme with?
I'm not even going to go there, Mike, because what they told me was a bit.
Oh no!
Did it get your socialist socialist leanings lent?
I went in and said I want to talk about some travel insurance for New York. Yes, okay, sit down, add a little nat out. I said, right. Obviously, if I have to take a test to go out there, we don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't matter what's happening now. You don't know what's going to happen in October, do you? Right? Hello? Are you all there?
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. I was drawing symbols on my beer.
Thank you. So...
I feel like I've wasted your time.
I've
wasted my own time, and I'm sorry.
Yes, you should be. I said to this woman, what happens if, when we're out there, we get the Rona? Yeah.
A sensible question that a sensible person would ask.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I am not operating on a level of intelligence above everyone else, am I?
No.
Not on this occasion.
What happens if I get the Rona while we're out there? We have to do a test to get on the plane coming back. We can't. We do the test. It's positive. They don't let us come back.
Golly, although Americans wouldn't give a shit.
What do we do? Where do we stay?
Go
you know
to the baseball.
Right. This person, whose job it is to sell travel insurance, went, oh, I don't know. And I went, no, I can't be the first person that asks you that question.
Yeah, surely that's quite a common thing that's happened throughout the pandemic.
Like, hadn't got a clue.
In the Rona handbook.
Found head office.
Mm-hmm.
Who went?
Phoned, or they phoned?
They found head office.
Okay. Can you say their bit and I'll imagine what? So you do it word for word what you're going to do.
No, you do.
And I'll be head office.
You do.
No, I'll be head office.
Okay then. Ring ring.
Ring. It's a regional office. Fuck it.
Ring ring.
Fine.
Ring ring.
What do you want, wolves?
Got a bloke here.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Customer.
Yes. I was just about to go for lunch as well. I fucking couldn't.
Well, golf later. What?
Yeah, I was just about to go for lunch and this fucking twat comes in. Anyway, he's going on. He wants to go to New York. There's no way I'm going to let him in the States.
New York. Yeah, lovely place.
Yeah. And he said,
have you told him
when's
he planning on going? Because have you told him about the ice rink in the winter?
I haven't yet. No. But I understood that the bonuses we were getting for recommending that had been taken away from us.
Yeah, for you it has. Yeah, but I still get.
Right. Okay then. So I'm going to recommend Madison Square Gardens because that's the one I get the money for.
Oh, fuck you. What was this prick saying?
So they want to know what happens if they get Rona while they're out there and they're not allowed to fly back.
Hang on, let me phone higher up. Ring ring.
Hannah, do you want to do that one?
Ring ring.
Ahoy hoy.
Yeah, hello. Look, I know like you're really busy and we're gonna go golfing a bit.
I'm Thomas Cook. What do you want from me?
All right, Mr. Cook. I thought you died in the late 19th century.
That's what I want people to think, so I can go on all my holidays and nobody will bother me.
You're in a queue. Look, some prick wants to go to New York, yada yada yada, and when they come back, oh by the way, there's a thing called like a global pandemic called Corona. Just to fill you in.
There's a what?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Look, so when they want to come
back...
Look
here, Dave, can you hurry up all of the quality to mine head, all right? Go
on. So just...
it's that other person in the queue, guys!
So, look...
There's always one. I just felt left out.
If he gets over there and flies back, can he fly back? What's the deal?
Right. Here's the thing. Tell him all he's got to do is scream freedom at everybody.
Yeah.
And he can do whatever the fuck he wants, whether he's got Rona or not.
Cool. I'll see you on the path for later.
If he can use the term face nappy, that'll give him even more clout.
Cool. So shout freedom, cry a little bit about your freedom's being impeached, and then
invoke the Magna Carta.
Generally be a prick, right?
Yeah. Cool. Just be a prick.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Love you. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
I've hung up.
So sorry about that. Your call is no longer in a queue. Look, we've had a chat with the big man upstairs. Not Jesus.
Actual, the big one, like.
Yeah.
But I thought he died at the end of the 19th century.
Yeah, so did I. Apparently, to front. He's dead purely for tax reasons.
Wow.
I'm like that canoe man.
Or I was thinking more of. I was thinking more Patrick Guy, but we've all forgotten about the canoe man. On kayak to Panama.
There was literally a man who faked his own death.
He just left his shoes by the river and got in a canoe.
It was quite a good plan, wasn't it? Until his wife went into the newspapers and told everyone about it.
Yeah.
Took a photo.
Yeah.
Picture of him.
Still on Facebook.
People talking about that.
Look where I am.
Look what I found! Lol jokes. It's a doppelganger who just happens to live in Panama. Oh.
Get a fucking Ouija board. Hey.
Talk shit. Oh, God.
That's why his life was on timeshare. He can only live for 3 months a year.
And he had to leave another pair of shoes on the bank of the river and get in a canoe.
Did he literally canoe himself over to Panama? Is that what happened? Like,
I think I can't remember the exact details of it, but it's something like that. He left his I'm sure he left his shoes on the bank, pointing at the sea to make people think that he'd like.
It's what I do. It's what I do. Yeah. If I was walking into the sea to commit suicide, I'd carefully position my shoes,
there,
pointing in the direction I've gone.
Of the sea.
Well, I always, whenever I'm leaving my shoes anywhere, I always point them in the direction I think I'm going to be, like on average. Just always. So, bouncy castle, at the bouncy castle. Trampoline, I point them up in the air. Just
Yeah.
So anyway,
the answer. Defo googling Panama but after this.
The answer's like probably sure. He probably he might be able to come back, but to be honest, we really can't give a shit. We're going to play golf.
Oh, okay, I'll let him know.
Okay,
you know what?
Bye. Love you.
It's worse than that.
Love you. Bye. What did he call you a cunt?
It's worse than that.
What, he called you a racist cunt?
Right. Yes, Jonty's just put the link. John Darwin disappearance case.
I was literally just.
Yeah,
that's.
Why hasn't there been something written about the man who faked his death?
There is. He's got a Wikipedia page.
There was
man who faked his death.
Drama.
Let me tell you what the person at this place told me to do. She said, right, they're not actually testing you at the minute. But when they were testing you, they didn't watch you do it. So do some tests before you go, which are negative. Put them in your suitcase. Then if you have to do a test before you get on the plane and it's positive, produce one of the negative ones out of your case.
Did they literally tell you to do that? Oh my God. We are never getting out of this pandemic. Let me just say that now. This is how we live now. Because that's fucking insane.
Jonty's just put, we are doomed as a species. Yes, we are. What? Yes, we are.
If there are people like that around, why am I feeling dodgy about going into a Wagamama's that's half full?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What? Yeah. Why do I feel like the worst person in the world for craving a duck dumpling?
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Yeah. I was stunned.
That's mad.
And I couldn't believe that I was... It's like, when I went to the States before, I went into my bank and I went, right, can you put a note on my account to say I'll be in Seattle on these dates?
Seattle.
So if you start seeing purchases in Seattle, you don't think it's fraud. Right? And my bank said to me, oh, we don't do that anymore. And I went, but what if you think it's fraud? And they went, we'll phone you. And I went, I'll be in the States. My phone won't work. And the person went, oh, yeah. No, I can't be the first person that said this. I can't be.
You can't just be walking around troubleshooting everything in everyone's lives. Like
I know that, I know troubleshooting is your job, but you can't do that for the whole human race.
You've taken IT support to the next level.
You've taken IT support and literally started supporting it being the world.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And this person was genuinely like, oh, I hadn't thought of that.
So weird.
You must have!
You'd hope that someone has just gone, hang on a moment. This doesn't make sense.
So yes, we are doomed as a species. Fortunately, I did mention on Twitter that I was having problems getting health insurance. And a mate of mine responded and said, sorted it myself for New York.
Was that mate Martin Lewis?
No.
Money
but
man.
Yeah, he's pointed me in the direction of an insurance company that does do insurance and does say, right, if you get it while you're out there and you can't fly back, we will pay for the accommodation that you have to have while you're out there
to isolate
and then get you back. But yes, I was told officially to commit fraud.
Like that is you.
Yeah. Everything you're thinking now. I went through that.
But also, like, it would be American laws that you're breaking because it's not illegal now you can just fuck about with it if you want here now. So it would be like American laws that you were breaking. So it would be like some horrible American prison you would go to. Surely,
yeah.
Like, also be
I'm going to end up in Rikers Island.
Yeah. You've been Sing Sing for like 120 years.
Gotta sing.
We've got a first-time chat from a viewer. Bear Strike Gaming, hello, has said, commit all the fraud.
Hello.
Make sure you get it in writing. You're doing this, so it's fine, right? No.
If you got them to write down, like, you're like, oh, so but they wouldn't. What did the woman at the insurance, was it a woman?
Yeah.
What did they say when you were like, when she was like, oh, you could just commit some, like, fraud if you want? Like, what did you say to that? Like, what did they reply?
They didn't really reply with anything. I think they were a bit stunned that I wanted to do things legitimately. But it's kind of like, no, I suffer from anxiety. I can't break the law.
I have to have these things. Yeah.
I can't do it.
Sense of justice. Yeah.
Because if I did that, I would definitely out myself before I got on the plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't lie.
Excuse me, sir. Let me just go and get my pre-tested test.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I meant to give you this one that I did 5 days ago.
I meant to give you the negative one that's from the past.
Here's one that I did earlier.
Or I'd just take every item of clothing I've got and just wrap it around my head to try and protect everyone else.
Because, of course, no, naturally, and also, if you can't see them, they can't see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course, the old adage of the theatre.
Yeah, that's no thanks.
Commit fraud in a country with what can only be described as a fair and equitable justice system. That was sarcasm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything to Bear Strike Gaming just put anything to declare. Yes, I'm massively committing fraud right now. Please take me to the gate for Guantanamo.
That is fully how you would do it as well. I can see it coming out like that. Like, just going to do a bit of fraud. Oh, did I say fraud? I meant fraud. It's fraud. Sorry.
It's a French word. A soupçon of fraud. It's like it's an entree.
Fraud?
And then Bear Strike Gaming just put, without getting too political, you're white, probably be fine. This is actually, funnily enough, one of the people I'm going with was born in the UK, but his parents are from Hong Kong. Okay, so he looks like he's from Hong Kong, and he went to the States once with a group of friends. Who were all white Westerners, and they all got through the TSA security checks without a hitch, but he was the one that was taken into a room for 45 minutes and quizzed. Weird, isn't it? Yeah. Weird.
It happens to my brother everywhere my brother goes, because he looks nothing like me. He's got like olive skin, and he's got like really long curly hair, and he's always got all of his stuff in like an old army surplus bag, and so every time he's ever been on a plane, he's been stopped and they pull the whole bag apart, and they're like, it's a very useful canvas bag, but I'm like, guy, you're not helping yourself.
Canvas bag, take my canvas bag.
Yeah, so
bag to the supermarket.
The other thing as well, of course, is getting through customs in America. You feel guilty anyway.
I always feel guilty.
All the weird questions, don't they? Like, I think I talked about that on stream before when
in America.
That weird man I had.
Yeah, Mikey. They literally think Mikey's made of drugs.
Yeah. Made of explosives.
Not drugs, explosives.
Sorry, you're
but
right.
Actually, it was just industrial strength washing powder.
Yeah.
Oh, it was cute.
Who knew?
I was just being really clean, but I accidentally got myself locked up. Bastard.
So yes, I was asked to commit fraud in America, which I'm not going to do. Yeah. Surprisingly.
Isn't committing fraud in America like the American dream? Is that not what they expect?
No, that's Dusty Rhodes, the American dream.
Or indeed
little WWF trivia.
or indeed any Arthur Miller play ever.
True.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to mention tonight, folks. Happy birthday, Rick Mail.
Yes,
Rick. I love you.
What a guy. What a guy.
Happy birthday, Rick Mail, and rest in peace, you crazy
bastard. I honestly
bastard.
think about how much I miss Rick quite a lot.
I went to the bench recently. I say recently, a few months back.
In Hammersmith.
Yeah, the bench he got punched in the dick on. No, he punched. No, yeah, he gets punched in the dick.
Yeah, he couldn't have.
Oh my god, yes, John's just brought up what I was going to say, which is fucking Auntie Mabel died today.
Yeah,
really?
Look up, look down.
I did not know this. That's not a way you want to find that out.
I'm really sorry, Auntie bloody Mabel.
I know.
God.
My favourite episode of that program was where she goes to the joke shop. And she buys the dog poo.
Yes.
Oh my god!
I don't know why that episode particularly sticks with me, but
it's because
I remember one about picking apples or something like.
At the end of the dog poo one, the dog gets the poop off the counter, puts it on the floor, and Mabel's like, "Oh, Pippin, what have you done? Oh, it's Pippin." It's very, very good, very, very fun.
Linda Barron.
God
that's
also. On kids' TV note, what I listened to a lot this week because I found it on TikTok was the Playdays theme tune. And do you know what's horrifying? Molly only knew it from Radio 1, that unpopular opinions thing that they do.
What's the Playdays theme tune?
What's the
Oh no!
No, because of how annoyed I am, I'm not even going to put
I can actually see part of me on there.
I've never seen Playdays, so
Stagehands
to
Mikey's. Stagehands to Mikey. Oh, Mikey, you done it. Well done.
You've never, not any of play. You've never seen.
I don't think so.
If I said to you, "Why bird?"
Yeah, the Why bird stop. You've.
I'm just going to Google. Let me Google it. Okay, I reckon.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was like, it's the Why bird stop, or it's the Peggy Pan stop.
I recognise the.
Or there was Mr. Jolly's Magical Musical Merry-Go.
I recognise the logo. I recognise. Children.
Just run you around. Roll up and ride on Rosie. She's a magical musical merry-go-round. Come on, get with the picture, people. Wake up, sheeple.
I miss the 90s, man.
It stopped in 97. So.
I missed when it was called WWF.
It's 25 years old, that.
It's what?
It finished 25 years ago.
Right, so go and die.
Does make you feel a bit old, that
It didn't finish 25 years ago.
So yeah, it was broadcast. So it was 1988 to 1997.
When I was 10.
The rerun stopped in 2004.
They did reruns. Can we find them? Platts, do you just want to meet up in a room?
Yeah, can we? And just watch Playdays
and hug.
Yeah. That's the saddest. Loveliest thing I've ever heard.
It's got the. I defy anyone to find a more iconic sax solo than in that theme tune. That the Playdays theme tune had no business being as good as it. They didn't have.
I'm going to try and find it, and I'll put it in the Discord if I can find it.
You're not knocking the sax solo in Baker Street, are you? I mean, come on, Mike.
It's better. I'm going to say it's better.
Yes, I would say, purely from a nostalgic point of view, and what it means to a lot of people, I would say it's better. They did not have to go as hard as they did on...
Okay, I recognise that.
Right, we need to talk over some of this so we don't get a copyright strike. We need to talk over this so we don't get a copyright strike.
No, we don't.
It's only 20 seconds.
Dave, we get 4 viewers every week. Carry on.
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, but it's the bots I'm scared of, Mike.
Didn't even play the sax solo. Sam, you're all bastards.
I'll put it in the thing so you got the link to it.
Yes, please.
Me and Mike are going to just sit and watch it forever. It'd be great.
Also, I forgot the Northern Kid at the beginning. Like, what's that lollipop?
Where does it stop? They sided the lollipop.
It's like when you used to watch some of them like Saturday morning kids TV cartoon things, and they'd have some music, and it was like some proper shredding guitar. Like real, like 1,000 notes a second job, like proper Joe Satriani, and you just knew it was like because they'd all come from Japan. It was some like little old Japanese guy just sitting there going.
Do you know what I miss? I miss the pure anarchy that TV of that era used to provide. Like if it wasn't SMTV Live, it was Don't Forget Your Toothbrush.
Oh, you lot missed out on Tiswas. Tiswas was just the most amazing TV program.
Is that the Phantom Flan Flinger?
The Phantom Flan Flinger, where they used to have custard pies and throw them at people. Yeah. There was a brilliant
we used that
one.
as an excuse to throw a custard pie at our PE teacher at the end of term.
Hold on, there was a brilliant one.
Didn't also Rick Parfitt smoke a spliff live?
It's altogether possible. It was manic.
On Tiswas.
It's altogether possible. There was this one, and it remains one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So you got Chris Tarrant and Sally James sitting at the desk, and there was also some kids behind them. And every so often, the Phantom Flanflinger would come along and just throw a custard pie in the face of a kid, right?
You wouldn't get that now, would you?
You wouldn't know. Health and safety's gone mad, right?
Yeah.
And then this one week, there's a kid with some glasses on, and he's wearing big goggles, like swimming goggles, over his glasses.
Oh, right? So he doesn't get a flan flung.
Hold on. As they're about to go to a cartoon, the Phantom Flanflinger walks across the screen, sees this kid, and physically manhandles him off the stage. Grabs hold of him and goes. They go to the cartoon. They come back. This kid's standing there, fucking covered, absolutely covered, holding his untouched goggles.
Oh no! Oh, that's made me feel sad.
No, because it's
funny though.
Oh god!
No.
Me and my brother used to watch it, and he's like 12 years older than me, so I was like 7 and he was 19. And we were dying. We were absolutely this kid just standing there holding these goggles, completely untouched.
The flan getting saltier and saltier with his cold.
Oh.
They also tried
to have good theme tunes in the past, like all of those cartoons in the sort of
let's do this.
Early 90s. Yeah, well, I'm talking Jason the Wheeled Warriors. That's a fucking banger. You don't get theme tunes like that anymore.
Do you remember Round the Twist?
Yes.
Yeah,
that theme tune lives in your head forever.
I felt like this.
Strange
and also the Really Wild Show.
Mm.
That was
right. Do you remember Jamie and the Magic Torch?
Jamie, yeah, come on, like you don't get good songs like that anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Jamie and the I
don't care. I've agreed to it.
We'll see. Hang on.
Here we go. Hold on. Yeah, it started off quite spooky. I used to get quite scared. Talk over it. Talk over a little bit so it doesn't copyright strike us.
Do you also remember Mona the Vampire?
Mona the Vampire.
I think I had a book of that. Yeah.
That was a really good theme tune.
This is going on a bit.
Girl in ordinary work. Show us your fangs.
It's gonna be one of your weird onion programs. What is this?
Yeah, Mona the Vampire was pretty.
Here we go.
Not the worst. Not as good as the Worst Witch. That guitar goes.
Yeah.
It's proper.
You don't get that now.
It's proper porn guitar, isn't it? That.
Can I present the greatest kids TV theme ever written?
Bum chicka wow wow.
For the adaptation. Which we all know this, right?
I'm of a different generation to you, lot.
Well, this is like from the late 80s, so you can all fuck off. You don't.
Is it Rent-A-Go?
No.
Oh. But you'll never see it.
Is it not the Land of Make Believe by Bugs Fizz?
No, it's
because
the Family Nest.
that's the closing credits one. Though.
Yeah, because it's better than the beginning.
You want the one that's like Family Nest and
no, because that one's a better banger. Let's be honest. That's a no.
I see your kids' TV tunes. Can I raise you points of view?
Fuck please? Yes, you can. I have this image of like of an 8-year-old Miles going.
Mikey, get some spuds because you've raised a banger.
Nice.
Right, I want to put forward Jason the Wheeled Warriors as one of the top.
And the raccoons.
90s. That's a good song. Yeah. Because you have to have a little description of what the program's about, which you don't get now. Little video as well.
Just talk over a little bit of it so we don't get copyright stuff.
Oh, hello, it's me. Ha ha ha. This is a good bit. It's like a power ballad.
It's a power ballad.
If I say hoisty, what do you think of?
If you say what, sorry?
Hoisty.
I'm not entirely sure.
Noah's Island.
Hannah, come back in the room. Back in the room.
Sorry, I lost myself. It's a fucking banger though. It was a really weird program.
Can I also put the BBC snooker theme?
Yes, absolutely you can.
But specifically, not any of this remix shit that they're doing now. Like the old, I'm talking like old school,
proper
David Vine, classic.
We've also got some love in the chat for the X-Men cartoon theme, which is a and then you get the bit that's like yeah, fucking love a bit of that.
You know what?
You got the bong. You're supposed to do the bong.
You know what I'd bring back as well if I had the power?
Yeah.
Grandstand.
Do you know what I'd bring back if I had the power?
What?
Those like the white chocolate twirls.
Yes.
A white chocolate twirl, was that a thing?
I think it was a thing. What was it like? Like there was a thing like that. Oh, it was just fucking.
Sorry, white chocolate twirl.
I seem to remember it was a thing. Like.
Oh, was it called like a secret bar or something?
That's not chocolate. That's pornography. Like, give me all of that.
Not everything.
A snowflake. Was it a snowflake?
A snowflake. That was it.
Yeah, it's like a flake, but it's white. A snowflake.
A twirl is a flake with its shit together.
Yeah. A twirl's a flake for people like me who like are not.
You don't want to get.
I'm quite a messy. Yeah. I'm often if I'm eating chocolate, it's usually because I'm in the car and I'm at the service station.
Fucking love a twirl.
You try and eat a flake, you're just covered in it.
The thing I really adore about twirls is that how like it always gets stuck to the roof of your mouth.
It feels like you've had extra chocolate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's there.
Dare I say it? Dare I say
it?
It's a little bit clanging.
Remember when Anthea Turner had her entire wedding turned into an advertising campaign for the snowflake? Really? Was that a thing, John?
I remember her being like paid lots of money.
Was Piers Morgan there?
Anthea Turner.
There's a comedian.
I got it, Mike. It was a good joke.
All right, Dave. Feeling the love, pal. Feeling the love.
No worries, mate. Me and you will go on holiday. Fuck these two off.
Should go to New York.
There's a character stand-up who plays.
The test out would be good. Actually, I'm probably still positive. So.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. Just do some tests from when you were negative.
Yeah, if you've got any hanging around when you didn't have COVID. Yeah.
We're doomed.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Jonty's put it on the Discord. Join the Discord for all of these.
Join the Discord for this chord.
Anthea Turner recalls barrage of abuse after wedding flakegate. Oh.
Go on. What was that about? Go on.
I got to open the link.
I don't like the term wedding flake.
Flakegate disaster.
Remember when Johnny Vegas sold the rights to his wedding to Viz for £1?
Anthea Turner is recalled being the target of a barrage of abuse over a snap on her wedding day. Former Blue Peter presenter Anthea, 60, tied the knot in August 2000 with her now ex-husband Grant Bovey. But one snap in which the happy couple tucked into Cadbury snowflake bars landed them with accusations that they'd staged it for profit. I was vilified, she remembered. That's not her voice. You'd have thought I'd have single-handedly manufactured COVID-19 in the laboratory and released it to the masses. Anthea, no! Anthea, no! Oh my God. I didn't receive a penny for that photo and had no idea the furore it would cause.
Oh, she uses lots of...
Oh no! Mike, it's gone the other way!
Anthea and Grant met in 1998 when they were both already married. She continued that she felt for years like she needed to apologise for just being. Apologising for the fact I had an affair with a married man. Apologising for the fact that I apparently did this heinous thing with a bar of Cadbury's. They're two very separate things, Anthea.
Yeah.
They weren't linked.
Also, she uses words like barrage and furore.
Would you like to see the photo?
Which I imagine wouldn't be a thing that would normally be. Can't even tell what they are.
I mean, she's looking quite lovingly at him, and his eyes are elsewhere.
He's just really enjoying the chocolate, much as they were with his previous wife.
Yeah. Oh,
madam.
Well,
she took herself away at the time, losing friends as her embarrassment forced her to cut people off. Come on,
losing friends.
Come on, Anthea.
Losing friends. Was it just Linda Barker? I bet it
was. It's like Pauline Quirk and Linda Robson in it.
She says that she lost work because everybody was so angry at her about eating a flake.
That sounds like bullshit, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
It felt more like she wasn't on Blue Peter anymore, and she didn't like have any transferable skills.
Do you know what?
Sorry, Andrea. Anthea.
Do you know what it does do though? It makes me pine for a slow news day.
Yeah, do you remember when we used to have news like this?
Yeah.
Didn't Anthea Turner like release a book that sold like only like 50 copies or something stupid?
Don't know.
Or like a workout DVD and like it sold nothing.
Welcome to my world, Anthea.
Remember when Rick Waller was on Pop Idol and the subsequent tour only sold like half a dozen tickets? And one of those was with his mom.
Oh no!
I feel sorry for anyone from Pop Idol. Like, just Jesus Christ.
Wow, the comments on this are something. People being like, I like Anthea Turner, but I cannot reconcile the fact that she had an affair with a married man. I will not put up with that repulsive behaviour, especially when there's children involved. Like, all right, Barbara, in 1997.
That was so much like Joe Lycett.
No, it was super.
I saw. It might be like it's like Joe Lycett doing any frumpy woman. That was. I'm just reading.
Have you seen Joe Lycett do someone from Dudley?
You would also cook.
No, he's like, hello, I'm from Dudley. I got no neck and no future.
Oh my god.
Oh,
wow, that was a roller coaster.
Yeah. Oh.
Gosh, reading Anthea Turner's personal life. After her divorce, she moved in with Grant Bovey. Bovey left his wife to move in with Turner, then moved back in with his wife, then moved back in with Turner. Then they got married, and then Bovey had another affair.
Anthea, darling, I don't think it was the flake that was the problem. Was it? Darling, I say this to you,
as a friend and confidant.
As someone who understands the pressures. No, Anthea. No.
Do you reckon Anthea and Grant had a Bovril together and called it Bovril with the Bovies? Because I would.
I mean, to be fair, I'd change my name to Bovey just so I could do that.
Yeah.
It's too good a thing to miss out on.
That's it. There we go. Anthea Turner's...
This is like the time I discovered when I discovered that Carol Smiley was now a semi-qualified humanist celebrant.
Oh, you could have Carol Smiley do your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthea Turner's biography sold 451 copies in the first week.
right, I'm getting all sorts of warnings that my internet connection's unstable. So.
Well, we've been going for an hour and a half. Should we knock on the head?
Yeah, let's do that. I think we're covered. There was a couple of other things, but it didn't matter, does it? It's all been a lot of fun.
Don't forget to join the Discord where John posted some kind of epic saxophone solo that I'm going to enjoy listening to. When we get off
play days? Is it play days? I hope it's play days.
I've put play days in there, so that is also an option.
Yeah, all the socials are up there, and if you think it's been worth a coffee, and let's be honest, it has. Buy us a coffee.
I wrote a poem about an 18th century washerwoman's ghost.
What a poem it was.
That was definitely worth it.
I'll put that on Discord as well.
And also,
do you know? If I didn't know what COVID was like now, I definitely think this is a fever dream because I know what it is like. I know it's not. I know it's actually happening in my eyes.
And if you're in the UK and you're nearby, go and watch Mikey's play Curbs. Where's it on, Mikey?
Oh yeah, what's that play?
It's on at so it opens at the Unity Theatre Liverpool this Wednesday, and hold on, let's get this right.
Get it in order.
Doncaster from the 16th to the 18th of March, and then it goes to Scarborough late March, and then we
exciting that it's at Stephen Joseph.
Then we end in Theatre Royal Plymouth on the 2nd of April is the last performance. So
so we got north and south covered and middle.
Go see the horny disabled play.
Yeah, and if you're not in the UK, just get a flight. Come over and watch it.
Or buy the book from Methwin.
And if you have got the Rona, just get some old tests where you was negative and show them before you go on the plane.
No.
So I think we shall give Matthew Southam a big round of applause for his wonderful play.
Well done, Matthew Southam.
Thank you. It worked really hard. I don't know why I tried to make that a joke, actually.
I actually put a lot of effort into it, and now it's paid off.
5 fucking years, gang.
Yeah, I do remember a vague conversation of you saying, I'm writing this thing about 2 disabled people trying to have sex in a caravan. And me just thinking, classic Mike.
Classic Southam.
Classic Mike. Right. Let's do a raid. Who's up and running?
Who are we gonna raid it?
Who are we gonna raid?
Who will it be?
Who are we gonna raid?
Shizer, hang on.
Hold on, turn the volume off.
I've done it.
So thank you everyone for coming. Who are we gonna raid?
Thanks, Jack. We like you a lot.
Yes.
Well, we've got
same time next
Mammal
week.
Rescue or adorable_kittens.
Adorable _kittens.
It's just a live stream of kittens playing in an orphanage.
Oh, what? We're doing that, aren't we?
Roll to get the RPG. Roll together RPG.
No, I think we're going adorable kittens, mate.
Okay.
ADORABL_kittens. Say hello from us when you get over there.
Say hello to the cats.
Bye, everyone. Say
bye.
Bye, everyone.
Let's see if that works.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. It's working. We're going in 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. There we go. Go. Yes.
They're snoozing.
Aww.
Oh, they're so sleepy.
Extension wood. Oh, yeah, there's